YouTube, where's the baby? Where's the baby? That is the question we're going to be asked tonight. Welcome to Dolly Vision, all my beautiful people. Tonight, of course, I got the lovely PJ with me. And we are going to be talking about Melodee Buzzard and her mother, okay, the little 9-year-old missing girl from California. Also, we're going to be talking some new stuff on the Michael Monkey Vaughan case. Thank God there has been an arrest in that case for you guys that have been following it. Stacey Wondra was arrested. And also, there's some arrests coming for some more people. And we're going to be talking about that here tonight. But first, of course, leave your fingerprints and your DNA. Where, PJ?
On the like button.
On the like button. You heard the woman. Hit the damn like button, people. What are you waiting for? What are you doing with your life? Also, of course, if you're brand new, sub up the channel, ring the bell for notifications, and feel free to share PJ's beautiful face and my ugly face everywhere you can think of, to your meemaw, to your pawpaw, to your granny, to your uncle, to your best friend's cousin's best friend. All right? Do it in that order. I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you. So, like I said, we're going to be talking about people that possibly we will be going to jail here in the near future. So we want to give our warnings because, you know, some people get a little lawsuit happy, PJ.
They sure do.
And they try to sue people and they try to get a little bit of change out your couch and your car console. They try to get the sticky change.
I know.
So Dolly Vision's for entertainment purposes only. We talk news, rumors, gossip, speculation, theories mixed with a little bit of comedy and a whole lot of
chaos.
Chaos. Okay, chaos. So don't take nothing here as fact. It's just my opinion, people. Completely satire. The callers tonight, opinions are theirs and theirs alone, not to reflect on the Dolly or PJ. Everyone is innocent to proven guilty unless you Stacey Wondra. He's guilty. Okay, he's guilty, in my opinion. In my opinion. And the biggest one of them all, I don't care if you break every 10 commandment there is and do it in reverse. Do not, and I repeat, do not try to be Dolly at home. It is dangerous. You can wake up with a big ass head looking like me. You don't need that. You don't need it. Okay. So last night I went over interviews we done with Stacey and a little tiny bit of the interview that PJ did with Sarah. And you know, there has been an arrest, just in case you live in a cave, of the case of Michael Monkey Vaughan, Fruitland, Ohio. 2021, little boy goes Idaho. What did I say?
Ohio.
I always say Ohio. I want to blame Ohio for some reason, but it's Idaho, Fruitland, Idaho, to be exact, right? It kind of got that same ring. Ohio, Idaho. But anyway, little boy goes missing, vanishes without a trace. Beautiful neighborhood, quiet place. I mean, you would think they should name the place Pleasant Valley. It is really that nice. Or Silvertown, like in the Joe Dirt movie. Remember when he talked about Silvertown, how nice it was? It's sort of like that, Fruitland, Ohio. Just a beautiful place to grow up.
Idaho.
Just say Ohio again? Good Lord. Idaho. You don't want to grow up in Ohio. There's some bad parts of Ohio. But this, in Idaho, it's really nice. It's a lot of fields, cornfields. It's right along the Snake River. And just a beautiful place for a kid to grow up. You think, hey, I can send my kid outside to play and he's going to be perfectly fine. Well, you know, that day, Michael Monkey Vaughan slipped out the house while his dad, Tyler, was ordering a pizza. They have 2 front entrances to their house. I want to clear that up. Because some people may not be familiar with the home of Michael Monkey Vaughan, but I have been to his home. I've been inside his home. And there is a door that leads into the garage area of the front of the house. And there's also a front porch that leads you into the house. So what happened was Tyler walked out into the garage to smoke a cigarette and order a pizza for the kids. And when he did that, Michael slipped out the front door of the living room. And of course he went.
Terrifying.
Yes, it happens. And any other day, you would let him outside to play. Yeah. I would have, you know, because I'd have been like, ain't nothing going to happen. But we know
he just turned 5, though.
Yeah, he had turned 5. But we know now we can't let kids out anywhere.
No.
Don't matter how nice of an area you live in.
Doesn't matter how old they are.
Yeah, you just cannot let your kids out and play anymore, like you used to be able to. Now, listen, when I was a little kid, I used to go out in the front yard by myself, play all the time, ride my big wheel. I lived on a hill. Remember I showed you my house that I grew up in today, and I would have my big wheel, and I lived on a big steep hill, and we had a driveway, and I would get on my big wheel, and I would do. It was a Dukes of Hazzard one too, so it had the little handlebar brake. And I would do like 300 miles an hour down the driveway because we lived on a steep hill. It was a steep hill. And I would do like 300 miles an hour. I'm just kind of exaggerating on the 300 miles an hour. But then I'd hit that brake and do like little 360s on my big wheel and be like, and I'd fly all the way across the street. And I'd do that all day long, just trying to jump stuff on the big wheel. I mean, I was reckless. I was a crazy kid. Road burn, all that. So nothing ever happened. We lived in a pleasantly nice neighborhood as a kid, right? I grew up in a pretty nice neighborhood, and nothing ever happened in our neighborhood. Thank God. I wasn't never kidnapped or anything. There was a wooded area. They would have
brought you back.
They'd have brought me back, right? They'd have been like, the hell with this. Let's bring this little idiot back. But nothing ever happened. So, I mean, most people don't think that somebody's going to kidnap their kid. It's usually not in their mind that this is going to happen, especially when you live somewhere pretty pleasant and you're used to nothing happening. Just every day it's the same thing. Okay, run outside, play. Don't leave the yard. But that day Michael Monkey Vaughan had left the yard. He went next door and he was trying to find somebody to play with. Just typical of what little kids do. But when he did that, of course, we learned last night that there was a monster sitting across the street, allegedly putting power steering fluid in his vehicle. But Stacey Wondra placed himself right there at Michael Monkey Vaughan's house, right there at the time that Michael Monkey Vaughan went missing. And on the interview he did with me, he said he's seen a child, right? But the kicker was this. He said he was at the neighbor's house. Well, if you seen a child, how would you know that ain't that child's house? Because he had been stalking Michael Monkey Vaughan. I believe that Stacey Wondra is a child predator. And he had been watching his kid. He had been plotting. And when he had Brandon with him, he made his move to kidnap, abduct, and unalive Michael Monkey Vaughan.
Do you remember the neighbor's house was actually that SA offender's house?
His neighbor.
Right.
Not Michael Monkey Vaughan's neighbor. Actually, Michael Monkey Vaughan, they have a really good family that lives there right there next to him.
Well, that's good. Okay.
In my intro video, you'll see I'm standing there. There's a boat beside me. That is Michael Vaughan's neighbor's house directly behind me. Okay. I'm standing on his road right there. And that road is Arizona, I believe. And Arizona runs out to 8th Street. So, where they pulled over was at the corner of Arizona and 8th. So you go one block in, and that is the corner of Michael Monkey Vaughan's house.
Oh, wow.
All right. So from where they were sitting, they could see the neighbor's house. And we heard Stacey Wondra say, he slipped up and said it when he was talking to me, he was at the neighbor's house. Well, how would he know that if he don't know who the kid is?
Right.
Right. So it's things like that. And when he's charged with the murder, he doesn't seem shocked. He don't beg or plead,
right,
or say, hey, you're wrong. Like if he was accusing me of a crime in court, I would be in tears saying, listen, you got the wrong person. Please continue to search for who has this kid. He just took it like on the chin, like, okay, yes. I'm going to waive my right to extradition. And a lot of people ask me what that means, right? Even PJ was asking me what it meant. It means he's not going to fight being sent back to Idaho. Okay. So he's going without a fight. He is right now being held with no bond, and they can hold him up to 30 days.
Until he gets picked up.
Till he gets picked up. Now, if they don't pick him up in 30 days.
They're going to pick him up.
They will, guarantee it. But if they don't, hypothetically, if they didn't, he would be released.
They would still come get him.
They're going to get him. There is no doubt. They wouldn't go through all this if they wasn't coming to get him, right? So we know they're going to go get him. And I would say within the next week or so, he will be back in Fruitland, Idaho to get these charges and to stand trial for the murder of Michael Monkey Vaughan. Now, of course, there's his wife that was involved that also confessed to these crimes. And Sarah Wondra, PJ got a chance to talk to her, and we may need to contact her again. We may need to contact her because there's no way for Stacey to tell her who we are now, right? Because at this point, he has no communication.
She already knows at this point.
Well, she knows we're YouTubers, but I don't think she still knows. She may know that her interview has came out on YouTube.
I'm sure she knows.
She does have friends on the outside, but a couple canteens and later she's going to be talking, right? That's just how all these people operated. It's like feeding a cat, right? You feed them one time, they're like, oh, I can get a couple bucks from these people and get her to talk, because the more talking she does, just like Stacey,
she's not as easily to get to talk.
Yeah,
she's more reserved,
but every one of them seemed to slip up. Just like Stacey did.
That's why it's important to actually allow them to talk. People would get mad when people like this got to have a platform and were allowed to talk, but it's actually important because not only are we watching it as an audience, just as a spectator, but the police is also watching everything.
Yes. So when I did my interview with when we did it with Sarah and Stacey, they were handed over to the authorities first before we ever put them out. So that stuff went to private investigators, to the authorities, and we knew that when we was doing it, right? And we just couldn't tell everybody, hey, we're handing this over to the police, right? We're doing this for investigators and the police getting these people to talk, right? And the whole team that was out there trying to get justice for Michael Monkey Vaughan. We just can't come up there and say that. But once we had permission to release it, we released both audio calls. Now, we never released nothing without Brandy's permission. So for everything we did, for every interview we did, we went to Brandy and said, Brandy, can we release it? There was a time she said, no, we couldn't release it too. So we didn't.
Said it wasn't a good time right now.
Yeah. So once she said, hey, it's not a good time.
Because you were amping it up to be able to show it. And then you were going to show it the next day. And people actually even got upset because they were like, Dolly, what happened to the video? You said you were going to show the video. And what had happened was that I reached out to Brandy and said, hey, is it okay if we go ahead and play this? And she was like, well, actually, no, it's not a good time.
Yeah. So then we had to backtrack, right? Because we didn't want to do nothing we didn't want to bring no hardship on Brandy. And we wanted to make sure the timing was right. So some of them videos we had shot way before they ever aired. Right. And like we said, we did everything with her permission. Even when we talked about this tonight, we asked her, right? So can we share this stuff about him being in jail? Can we share what's going on in the case? And she said, absolutely. So I think, sad as it is, I think a lot of us had already accepted the fact that Michael wasn't coming home alive. Okay. That don't mean he's not coming home. It just appears that at this point, he's not coming home alive, but we still want him home. Okay. We still want him to get the proper burial and his mother to say goodbye to him and all these things that needs to happen. And thank God that Brandy's liver transplant went good, because she might not have seen this day.
Yeah.
Right. She was really on the verge of not seeing where we're at today. Right. And I'm so grateful that little Jesus and God gave her that second chance to be able to see this. So not only did she get blessed, because she's been tortured with a whole lot of misery for the last 4.5 years, but not only did she get blessed with a second chance, she got blessed with getting to see some justice for her child. And I think that's what everybody on YouTube wanted. There's a couple haters that were terrible out there.
They're still doing it.
But the majority of true crime channels, even ones I don't like, they pretty much everybody rallied around Brandy.
Right.
And that's good to see, because there's some knuckleheads out here in the true crime. But when everybody does the right thing, true crime
works well, like an oiled machine.
Yeah, it works like
work together.
Yeah, even if we're not technically working together, but we're working for the same cause, it works like a well-oiled machine. And true crime on YouTube is a beautiful thing. Okay, now we've seen the ugly side of true crime on the internet, right? but sometimes good things come from it, right? Sometimes good stuff comes from it. And I believe that the way everybody rallied around Brandy, everybody pretty much took up for the case of Michael Monkey Vaughan, kept pushing it and working it. And today we have an arrest. And that, I just have to say to my fellow YouTubers, good jobs for the ones that did the right things out there, right? I wish I could give you a big virtual hug on that one. Still don't like you, but I would give you a virtual hug on that one. All right. So, but Stacey's not the only arrest coming. This is real important to say, because he's only one monster in the slew of monsters that are responsible for the disappearance of Michael Monkey Vaughan. We don't just want one to pay. We want them all to pay. And that's really important. So this fight is not over yet. It's just the fight just started. Okay. This is where we turn up the heat, and this is where we put the pressure on, because the more out in the media it is, the more that people are covering this, the more that people are talking about it, the more pressure that's going to be on them to make these arrests. Okay. And we want to see Sarah go ahead and be charged with.
Well, they've already got her. She's not going to come out until 26.
So yeah, they got time. Yeah. But what about these people that are walking free? Brandon Shirtliff, right? That's what I said last night. I said if JLR Investigates can find you, Fruitland police are going to find you.
I'm pretty sure they know where they're at, exactly where they're at.
And thank you for being a member. So
you missed a couple if you want to go back real quick.
All right, do you want to mention them real fast?
Abba sent a $4.99 super sticker.
Thank you, Abba, for jumping on the Blessed Express with me and PJ tonight. You rock.
Kathy V-1 became Murder Crew.
Thank you, Kathy V. You rock also. Big virtual hug to you. Thank you for being here.
Chow Yun Cat.
Chow. Good old Chow.
777 with a puzzle with words that I can't figure out. Okay. But basically it says something for the train.
Thank you, Chow.
And Vincent sent a $10 super.
Good old Vincent. Good to see Vince. You guys absolutely rock. We just getting started. We just getting warmed up.
I know.
Right? We just get warmed up. So, like I said, you know, we try to do our part to bring justice to this case. Just like, I don't think we could have did it without the whole collective. I think it took a lot of the internet to make what we're seeing right now happen. And that is a good thing. But I had a chance to talk to Stacey, which we went over last night, and it was pretty damaging. And I believe that interview could be used against him in court. You know, what you say can and will be used. And I was the only person that he told that he seen a child out there that day. And then he slipped up and said he was at the neighbor's house. If that ain't used against him, oh my God. That'd be one of those things. I just think justice for all these babies, says Taterbug.
Thank you.
Yes, and hopefully we get it. This just shows you sometimes it takes a while. Don't give up hope, right? Because sometimes I give up hope. I like, especially like, let's just say Sebastian Rogers, right? I'm starting to really give up hope, and I probably shouldn't, right? Because look at Stacey Wondra. It took 4 years for him to get arrested, and allegedly he passed a lie detector's test. Allegedly. Right. That's what he said. That's what he said. I don't know if it's true. We don't have no way to verify that. Just like Chris Proudfoot, we don't have no way to verify, or Katie, that they pass a lie detector test. We're just kind of going off with what they say. And,
do you know the lie detector test doesn't give you a printout that says pass or fail?
Yeah.
It's literally the description of the person that's giving you the test. And that's why when we heard just recently about Chris having an issue with something he said, I think it was Nerdy. He was talking about how something Chris said about, have you ever lied to the police? And it was an iffy answer. Technically, that means he failed the lie detector test. Because if you respond to the question and the thing spikes for whatever reason, whether it's something that you're saying, it's like, I guess he was saying that it was something from before where he lied to the police. It's still spiked because he lied.
Well, it just shows you're a liar. If you lied before, you might lie again, right?
Right.
I mean, the chances are, if you're a liar, you're going to lie. I mean, some people like to fib, and well, some people like it a little more than others. Like, some people will lie, and it's a little white lie, it ain't a big deal. And then some people just lie to to lie. That for no reason whatsoever
Some
they'll
people
lie.
believe their own lies.
That's absolutely true. And if you believe your own lies, you believe you're telling the truth, you would pass a lie detector test. And some people will look you dead ass in the eyes and not even blink, not get nervous, not nothing, and lie straight to your face, right? And I know everybody out here has experienced that. Somebody look you dead ass in the eye, don't blink, don't look nervous, not nothing, and lie straight to your face. So, we know that happens, and that's why I've never put too much faith in these lie detector tests. So, do we want to go over this this Stacey interview? Because I played a little tiny bit of it for the people last night, but I didn't want to play too much of it without you being here. So,
you are my mom.
Do you want to go over that?
We can go there eventually, but I wanted to play a couple of the little snips of where all of these people have said things that have been so questionable on all the different places they've talked.
What? Tell me which video you want me to play first. Cue me up.
The ones at the bottom are the small shorts.
Okay, so
I want to play where it starts on down.
In that order?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just different things that not at the top where the shorts start. And then we can do the interview.
Okay, hold on. So
there.
Right here.
Yeah.
All right, give me a second. Let me pull. All right, this is what I was talking about too last night, the crawl space, that they took evidence out of the crawl space, but we don't know what that evidence is.
Well, this is her name is Sam. Her channel, I never know how to say her exact name. PSW. It's like Pacific Southwestern or something. Whenever you make a channel name, if you're going to make a channel, make it easy for people to remember or say. But she does a really good job in showing the different things that have been said. And she lines it up to where Stacey mentioned something about a crawl space, and Brandon in his interview mentioned something about a crawl space, and it all kind of lines up after we see the Chris McDonough.
So her channel name is kind of long. It's Missing PNW Crimes Revisited.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
that is a long damn name.
My name is Samantha,
for a
so
channel.
I just always just say Sam.
So Sam's channel, right?
Yeah.
It would be so much easier to remember if it was just named Sam's Crime Channel, right?
Something.
It's so hard to remember what it is.
Yeah, I'm like, I know it's got PSW in it. That's not even the right letters.
It's PNW.
PNW.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's jump into it and see what was said.
The crawl space.
Is my thing open?
Yeah.
In your bathroom. Did they put him in this crawl space by chance?
I have no idea. I know that the only reason I ever opened it was to put that Savage box in there. What is that stuff in there?
Inside the Wondra house, what does it look like inside there?
It's just a regular, like, double wide kind of a trailer house. Well, it's not a double wide, but it's a manufactured stick built home. Just a regular 1, 2, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, and a garage house.
Do they have a basement?
He said like a trailer. I ain't seen too many trailers that got a garage. It don't look nothing like a trailer. It is a manufactured home. Far as there's like 10 different houses in the neighborhood, and each one is kind of similar. Yeah, duplicated. Like there's probably 10 houses in the neighborhood in each one. So like our neighborhood we live in, all the houses there's like 3-4 houses in our neighborhood, and then they're all kind of like box houses is what people call them. So they're like, they just duplicate it. Like this one will be here, then 4 houses down, this house will be again, and then there'll be a 2-story, and then a single story, and then like a tri-level, then again it'll just start repeating all the way through the neighborhood.
And they have a crawl space under there in their master bedroom. You walk in their master bedroom, take a right, and there's like this little crawl space right there.
Why would he know that?
And I know that was open one day, and I went in there and looked, and there was like some kind of one of their cats that got down in there and pissed everywhere.
Oh, really? Why were you looking down there?
Because it was open.
Oh, you were just seeing what it was.
You just nosy as shit.
What about an attic?
the door was open, like they wanted their cats to go down in there or something. Like that was another. I don't know. I went in their bedroom and looked to the right one day, and then that thing was open. Their basement crawl space door.
You going to
Where's it
prison?
At the bedroom, under their bed? Is it noticeable? Is it hidden?
That jail.
It's
Yeah,
kind of
that's
you
the
go
interview
in
he
their
did
bedroom
from the hot
and then you
tub.
go straight
Okay.
into their master bedroom. There's a shower on the left, and then right when you turn to the right, there's just like this little hatch door that opens.
But if someone just you could see the hatch from the wall, or you could tell something's there.
This is Brandon Shirtlift.
It's cut into the carpet, so
I like to call him Brandon Shirtless
Because he's doing an interview in a hot tub with no shirt on.
yeah, because he's doing an interview in the hot tub with no shirt on.
This was like 3 years ago.
And this is the guy that was caught on CCTV
Yeah.
walking down the street by the splash pad. And I believe he's the person that jumped out and grabbed Michael Monkey Vaughn. Let me tell you this. Fat ass, and I hate to say that, and I ain't body shaming. I'm a
Thank
little
you,
chubby
Barbara.
myself. Fat ass Sarah Wanda didn't run no 5-year-old child down. He couldn't run down a Twinkie, okay? He couldn't outrun anything that walks with 2 feet. All right. So I believe he basically had Brandon grabbed his child for him. All right, because he was allowing Brandon
Thank you, Happy Cappy.
to bang his wife. So Brandon owed him. That's how I look at it. He was like, okay, you get to bang my wife, grab me this kid. And he did. I mean, it sounds sick. There's sick people in this world. I've had enough of this war on children. Yes. And look, we got to put an end to this. And these people are facing the death penalty.
Firing squad.
The firing squad. And Brandon, I know you're watching and you're following all this. If I was, I know I would be. I'd be watching everything they talking
he's
about right now.
watching.
He's watching. You better start talking, man. I said it to him before.
TikTok.
The first one to talk is the first one that don't get the firing squad. And if you don't get the firing squad, what's the other option? Life in prison without the possibility of
It's almost
parole?
just as bad. Actually, you know what? I think life would be worse.
Especially at his age. He's not an old guy.
Uh-uh.
Neither is Sarah, neither is Stacey. They're not old. They're in their 30s. That's young, right? I remember my 30s a lot of years ago, but I remember them. And I wouldn't want to spend the rest of my life in prison. And because if you don't tell on them, they're going to tell on you.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody at this point, nobody wants to catch a bullet. So they're going to talk. And I hate
only a matter of time. I feel like Stacey's going to. She already said what all.
You know, Stacey's going to squeal like the pig that he is.
Yes.
Right? There's no doubt he is going to. All these people are going to talk. What matters is who talks first and who testifies against the other. I'd be snitching worse than Tekashi 6ix9ine right now in a federal RICO charge suit, right?
You wouldn't be anywhere near this case.
I mean, I would never do nothing like this, of course. But let's just say he was there and he didn't do nothing, hypothetically, which I think he did. But let's just say he's there because this is the next person to get arrested. Yeah. There's no doubt whatsoever. Sarah
already knows.
Well, she's in jail. She's already arrested.
Right.
So this is be the only person that's technically arrested because they're already in jail. They were already in jail, Stacey and Sarah, before this. He's been walking free.
Right.
His ass is about to go to prison. Like, this dude has death knocking on his door.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, when you look outside, the damn Grim Reaper is standing in the yard. Like, I would not want to be this dude whatsoever. And just like somebody said, guilty by association. Let's just say he was just there and he's going to cover for these monsters. You don't cover for monsters because you know what happens when you cover for monsters? You get the firing squad too. You get life in prison too. Now you're accessory to first-degree murder and kidnapping. Your ass is never getting out of prison. Them days of you being free and sitting in the hot tub sipping on the Coors, that shit is over. I wouldn't be surprised within the month of this month he is sitting behind bars.
No, me neither. It's coming.
It's coming. That's for sure.
It's like just a big piece of carpet with like a little square kind of cut out on 2 sides, and then it comes open.
Okay. Did Sarah ever ask you to take the child you saw? Did she ever try to make you do anything against your will?
No.
Did she do it?
No, there was no kid taken from us. No, there was no kid taken from us. No, there was no kid taken from us.
Why would he say that
Like,
right there?
What? There's no kid taken
Someone
from
says,
us.
"Hey, what's going on? What are you guys doing out here?"
This is very telling.
And they said that a child had come up missing, and that was the first time right there when I had heard the news. Like that whole street, a lot of people came out of their houses at that time, and there's one car in the road, a couple different, like it was starting to get to be pretty busy, and that's when they said they called the police, did a police missing child report, called search and rescue, Idaho Fish and Game, and then fire departments, basically everybody, search party searches on.
All right. So yeah, you guys got a missing child in the neighborhood. You know, you guys are becoming aware of this at this time. You guys go back to the house. Did you do anything else that evening after you got back to the house?
So we were kind of in such a panic at that time and kind of a freak out. So we were kind of in such a panic at that.
Okay, why? Listen, I know you know what I'm going to say. Why would you panic and why would you be freaking out if you did nothing wrong? Right? Unless you had something to do with it, why would you be in a panic? Why would you be freaking out?
You wouldn't.
Why would their stories be different? Stacey said they got out and walked. Sarah said they got in a car and was driving around and went to the store
to get milk.
Why, in this case of a missing child, everybody's story is different? The truth never changes. The truth is always the truth. All right? It never changes. It never varies. If you're telling the truth, you should tell the same story every time. Everybody should be telling almost exactly, and I mean almost, because there could be little variations.
Well, there could be stuff that you could remember over time. That's not the
but
case.
No inconsistencies.
Right.
Right. There could be variations of things in each person's
You're not
story.
going to say you drove versus
yeah,
you
but
walked.
there ain't going to be direct inconsistencies unless there's a lie. And what reason would you have to lie unless you're guilty of something and you're trying to cover? Why does anybody lie? Right? Usually they lie to cover up something they've done because they don't want you to know the truth.
Yeah.
So therefore you have something to hide, right? Nobody else has nothing to hide, but y'all were there. Y'all were there at the time the kid went missing. Y'all said the kid was at the neighbor's house, and now you're lying. And I mean, this is Brandon Shirtlift that you guys are listening to, and this is the next man that's going to prison. All right, and I'm going to be there to watch these people cry. Okay, like Cartman would say from South Park, I want to taste your tears. Okay, I want to taste your salty ass tears. I love it when I see these monsters cry. It is nothing better. And listen, they never cry for their victims. They only cry for themselves. Yep. But them tears, I'm there for them. Okay, I am there for. I'm going to count them. Okay, I'm going to count the tears that come out your eye. You were told, you were warned, you had every chance to end this woman's misery years ago, and you chose not to. You chose not to. You chose to sit on the sideline and let these monsters walk free and did nothing. So when you go to pay the price, just like Rebecca Harrow, right? How sorry can you feel for her? We don't feel sorry for you, Brandon. We don't feel sorry for you. You had your chance. And when they get you, all them chances you had, that's it. It's over with. At that point, there ain't no coming back from what you did. None.
That time and kind of a freak out. So we were kind of in such a panic at that time and kind of a freak out, like I was, because that's the first time I heard something kind of like that before in my life. And
I love that.
They went
when they slip up and realize they slipped up, and then they have to explain their slip up and you know, because in his mind he's not. When you lie, you can't process the lie quick enough to be able to correct yourself. So then he's got to make an example as to why he would be freaking out. He's never seen or heard nothing like that before. So that's why.
Just like me, my mouth works faster than my brain does, you know? And then I go, oh, damn, I should have thought about that before I said it. But it's the same thing with them. They're talking, then they realize they say it. Then it's like, oh, shit. Let me start backpedaling.
That's why I think it's so important to allow these types of people to speak, because you're actually getting bits and pieces of what actually happened from what they're saying.
The truth spills out a little tiny bit. It's just you got to pick it apart like some chicken on a chicken bone.
Yeah.
And get to the juicy stuff, right? Like that interview, like I said, like he said, it's like Stacey said, he was at the neighbor's house.
Yeah.
You've seen a kid. Well, how do you know he's at the neighbor's house if you don't know the kid? How do you know the kid don't live there? And he said he was at the neighbor's house.
Yep.
So he knew who Michael Monkey Vaughan was.
He did.
This dude is in the vehicle with him. So he definitely knows, right? He's definitely just as responsible as Stacey is.
Why if not more if he grabbed him.
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
and I truly believe this man grabbed him because he was the one that was physically fit to get out and run a kid down.
I mean, unless Michael willingly went, he seemed to have wanted friends. And I mean,
I don't think Michael Monkey Vaughan willingly went. And we don't want to get into what they did to this kid or what reason they had to kidnap him.
That's one of the clips coming up.
Right. And I truly believe, and if anybody's listening, that's Michael Monkey Vaughan's family, close your ears and tune off for a minute, please. Earmuffs, right? This is an earmuff moment. They grabbed this boy to sexually assault him. What other reason would you have? Right? And then Stacey in another interview goes, I never sexually assaulted a kid. Why would he bring that up? Because it's on his mind that he did this to this kid.
One of the clips that I added to the playlist will explain it from one of the deception deck cards.
I don't need a deception deck card to know that.
It makes it explainable.
The Dolly deck. I pulled from the Dolly deck tonight. The Dolly deck says this dude is a monster. He needs what needs to happen to him is I can't even describe. He needs to be dropped off at anybody ever seen the movie Hostel? He needs some hostile shit going on with him. Okay. I'm talking about the blowtorch and the sawzall when the thing. Anybody seen Hostel? Raise your hand. Just press 1 in the chat. You ever seen Hostel? Anybody seen that movie? Wood chipper. I mean, a wood chipper be good too. But he needs some real. Sarah's seen it. Sarah, he needs some real punch. Remember when the dude gets the skill saw and it's plugged in and he's trying to get close to, and then he accidentally moves forward and the skill saw kind of I just tell you this. You put me in a room with him and don't prosecute me when I come out, I'm getting a wolf tattoo.
I don't know if Sweet Leaf is just not listening or what, but she literally stop signed you and said, what was the motive? Dolly, what was the motive?
I just told you the motive.
Literally just told you the motive.
I just told you the motive. Why does anybody kidnap anybody? Matter of fact, let me blow this up for a second. There's a little girl from Louisiana, 13 years old. She got on Snapchat, met some man. So he arranged for her to go to Philly? Mm-hmm. Right? Last night, they raided a home in Philly. They found a 13-year-old girl that's basically been kidnapped, sexually assaulted by a 30-some-year-old man. He basically told her, she was having a problem with her family. He was like, you can live with me. I'll adopt you. And then when she got there, he started feeding her edibles and SA'd her. Okay. He's in custody of the FBI right now. And his associate that was in Columbus, Georgia. Right. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Columbus, Georgia, my hometown, he lived in Columbus, Georgia. He picked the girl up. He took her to a bus station, put her on a bus, sent her to Philly, and they found this girl wrapped up in a sheet in a cardboard box last night. Thank God they found this little girl. This little girl thought she was going with somebody that was going to treat her better than her family. And when she got there, she was SA'd.
It's just
right. And these things happen. This is why you got to watch your kids on the internet. Okay. Even if you're having problems with your kids, parents go through problems with their kids. But when you're doing that in that process, there's monsters online that are lurking in the shadows and they look for these opportunities that kids are fighting with their parents. And this dude's promising her a better life and he'll be her daddy and take care of her. And then as soon as she gets there, he drugs her and SAs her. Horrible. I hope these people rot in prison. Rot. Never get out. Why was she in a cardboard box? That we don't know, right? When the FBI, U.S. Marshals, the police raided the house, the neighbors watched it. The neighbors were on the news and they watched it go down. They just said that when they went in there, they went into a basement. It was another girl that was missing from Washington,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and a girl missing from Louisiana, and they were living in this basement. And when the police went in there, this girl was wrapped up in a sheet inside a cardboard box, and she had been assaulted, sexually assaulted. And like, it's hard. People are terrible in this world. I mean, everybody ain't good. The boogeyman is real, and he lives next door to you, possibly, right? So I truly believe that was the motive in the Michael Monkey Vaughn case, right? They didn't take care of him. If they wanted a kid, he'd still be alive.
I think they didn't realize that it wouldn't be so easy to just take him. Clearly, he's not going to happily go or stay where you're wanting him to stay. This is a 5-year-old little boy.
Yeah, he knows his parents.
Right. So, I mean,
it ain't like you stole a newborn and he grows up and he don't know you're not his parents.
Right.
This is a 5-year-old child that knows his daddy, knows his mother, plays on his own. So he's a big 5-year-old.
Right.
So, I mean, at 5 years old, I can remember when I was 5 years old. I remember first grade, kindergarten, finger painting, taking naps. I remember all that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So Michael knew what was going on. You know, he knew that he was being kidnapped.
Yeah.
Right. Even at 5 years old, if you would have grabbed me, I didn't knew you were trying to kidnap me. I mean, you got to teach your kids stranger dangers. And people are asking about Melanie. We're going to get into Melanie in just a little bit. But somebody asked, has she been recovered? No, she hasn't. Not at this time. And we're going to discuss that just here in a few minutes. They have searched. They took the mother from the house. They have searched the house. They have searched a storage unit. They have taken drywall from the house. They've took carpet from the house. And we'll get more into that in just a little bit. But I want to finish this up about Michael Monkey Vaughn, take some calls on it, and then we'll get into the Melodee Buzzard stuff. All right. But we got some new information on that case too.
Corner to come into the house right there, and I'm pretty sure we pulled over the side of the sidewalk and over by where the other car was. And then everyone kind of started panicking. And then everyone kind of started panicking. And then I remember,
why would you panic?
And saying, hey, we probably should go try to look for this kid, see if we can find him. And I'm pretty sure me and Sarah got in her car and backed up, switched vehicles, and went and kind of tried to drive around the neighborhood a little bit and search for him at that time.
If it ever comes to it, would you testify against those involved?
Yes.
I would tell my story the way I remember it and what I know happened.
Huh?
From my perspective.
What?
I will not speak on information I do not have exact answers to.
Did you hear what he just said?
He wouldn't speak on the information he had exact answers to.
Before that, though.
What?
She's asking him.
Would he testify? He would share his story.
So that means he was in the story.
His version of the story is what he's saying. I would share my version of the story. He will testify.
Well, no shit. We all know that. But I mean, the way that he responded to that was
This
like,
dude is soft as a cupcake.
well, yeah, of course.
Okay, when they start saying, hey man, we're gonna put you in a death penalty. Listen, I'm a tough dude. You start saying you putting me on the firing squad, I'm telling on my granny. Okay, I'm telling everybody. I ain't gonna lie. Don't break no law with me, because we facing the firing squad. I'm telling right on your ass. I'm letting you know before we even rob this bank. Look, this shit go bad, I'm telling on you. All right, I ain't dying alone. You're gonna be right beside my ass. I can tell. No, hell no. We're talking life or death here.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking life or death. When they go in there in Idaho, they ain't playing. They have the firing squad. Like you getting shot in the head. Like, I don't think you realize that until you facing that. Like, okay, look, say what you want.
Even Brian Koberger couldn't handle
Brian
the thought of it.
Kohlberger, old tough, cold-blooded Ted Bundy ass killer, was like, oh hell no, they ain't shooting me. I'm telling it all, right? I killed them people. I did it. Just let me live, right? And that's what most normal people would do, unless you were built for prison, right?
See, Gen Xer said spoken like a participant. The way he answered that, he responded as if he was part of, like he was a participant to the
Why would you panic if you didn't do nothing? Listen, when I look outside and there's a police on the street, do I panic?
No.
You know why? Because I ain't did shit. I don't worry about it. I wave at them when I ride by them. Hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. When I walk by the police, do I ever get scared and panic? No, because I ain't broke no damn law. There's nothing to be scared of. I don't get scared unless there's something to be scared of. Okay. Now, if a damn rattlesnake slithers up to me, I might panic. Okay. But I ain't just walking outside go, man, it's a nice day, man. I feel like I should panic. That's a crazy word to say.
Linda Lou said replay what he just said, Dolly.
Okay, we'll replay it for you. All right, let's jump into it.
If it ever comes to it, would you testify against those involved?
I would tell my story the way I remember it and what I know happened from my perspective. I will not speak on information I do not have exact answers to. I mean, I'll tell my side of the story. Just
see, he said I won't speak on questions I have the exact answers to.
That he doesn't have the exact answers to.
Oh, is that what he said?
I think so.
Okay.
But that's not the part that I'm hyper focused on, the fact that she's asking, like, hey, if your friends that you have no knowledge of unaliving this baby got charged, and would you testify against them? And he's like, I'm going to tell my side of the story. Like, it's not right how
I can tell you now, if we was together and you went over there and you just murdered the neighbor, I'm testifying against you. I'm just saying, I'm testifying against you. I don't condone that stuff. So, I mean, if you did it, like, what do you expect? You know, like, if I did it, I would expect you to testify against me.
I probably wouldn't, but
as a good person,
but I wouldn't be involved in that. So I don't.
Now, if you see me go over there and kill the neighbor, but you didn't know I was going to kill the neighbor, you wouldn't say nothing?
No, probably not.
Oh, that's love right there. Thank you, baby. I wouldn't testify on you at first. I would wait till they threatened me with the firing squad. Then I would tell on you. Okay. Oh, I love you. Thank you for not telling on me.
Like I'm telling you guys, correct.
Plus, I like the neighbor. Our neighbor's pretty cool.
He's not going to kill the neighbor.
I'm not going to kill the neighbor.
Yeah, I have a felony history, but guess what? My felony history doesn't pertain to sex offense crimes.
In that intervening period, nobody mentioned sex crimes. Stacey brought that up all on his own. Spontaneous statement.
Part where he literally
okay, I got it.
This is really, like, it helped me understand.
Well, I knew he said this, and I said it too. I mean, I don't really need to hear anybody else say the same theory I got on it. But we'll listen to it.
I have a felony history, but guess what? My felony history doesn't pertain to sex offense crimes.
In that intervening period, nobody mentioned sex crimes. Stacey brought that up all on his own. Spontaneous statements and explanations are often the most revealing because they show what's on someone's mind. Why is Stacey touting his clean record of sex crimes as a defense against kidnapping Michael? For all we know, someone hit Michael with their car, hid the body so they wouldn't get in trouble, and nothing else happened. There's no evidence of a sex crime or even an abduction. The chilling implication is by denying a sex crime, Stacey might be unintentionally revealing to us what he and the others are actually guilty of.
So freaked out.
Okay. So basically, he just said the same thing I said.
I know.
That there's no reason to be talking about these sex crimes, you know, or any hypothetical stuff like that, unless it's in a joke. Like, I just hypothetically, but joking. We know we wouldn't hurt the neighbor, right? Or have to tell on each other. We know we wouldn't be in that situation. But this man, he had no reason to say these things, and he did. And if we look at the reasons why people, Dolly, if you're going to turn me in, I am not helping you I don't need no help. I wouldn't never hurt my neighbor. He's a nice guy. Plus, he fixes my cars.
Rachel said I terrify you.
I terrify you?
No, I terrify that you're terrified of me.
I am. She won't feed me. I got to eat today, so I'm trying to be good. PJ wouldn't hurt me. I don't know where y'all get that stuff that PJ runs the show. Who runs the show around here, woman?
You do.
That's right. Okay. I'm playing. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. For not telling PJ is a keeper. There you go. All right. PJ wouldn't tell on me.
You wouldn't kill anybody.
I wouldn't kill. I wouldn't hurt anybody ever. It's it's a hypothetical question, like would we tell on each other, kind of thing. And I wouldn't tell on PJ either.
If you hurt a kid, you'd fucking die by my hands.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't let you go hurt nobody, and I'm sure you wouldn't let me go hurt nobody. But we don't want to hurt people anyway.
No.
So it's just one of those hypothetical questions, and I said it jokingly.
It's hard to be in the mind of somebody that is that
crazy.
Yeah.
Because normal people don't think like that.
So it's hard to relate or to say, what we would or wouldn't do when it's not something that's
ever going to happen.
Right.
Yeah. It ain't never going to happen. So why even worry about it? But like I said, is I don't know. I guess it depends on the situation. Like I can tell you this, if we friends and you go do some stuff like that, I wouldn't take part in it. I'd be like, look, man, you on your own on that. And I wish you hadn't told me. Right. Because now you done involved me, because now I got to tell on you. Right. Because I'm not going to lie for you. So you done put me in a situation where if you're going to commit a crime, you need to go commit that by your damn self.
I mean, this isn't just, there would be a difference if it was like they robbed a bank together or something. Like,
like you agreed to go rob an armored car.
This is a whole nother level of like, you just don't hurt an innocent child. Like, it's just not, it's hard to describe what I would feel like I would do.
And I think you should have that conversation before. I mean, I don't know. I have never been in a criminal element, but if you're going to rob an armored car, be like, well, look, if we go down together. I think you would need to have that conversation. But even people that rob armored cars wouldn't hurt a kid.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you get mobsters. Some mobs, not all mobsters, but some mobs, they don't hurt kids. Right. You look at cold-blooded murderers, some of them be like, well, I don't kill kids.
Yeah.
And
it's frowned upon to where people think that if he gets put into a prison population, he's going to get hurt because of it.
Oh, he is.
But there's people that are like that already in prison. So isn't it common for him to be placed within them?
They do. Sometimes they protect these people in jail, but they can't protect you all the time. There's things people can get to you, right? Especially in holding cells and going to court and different things like that is, people can get to you, right? They can get to you, and it don't matter where you're at in the jail. You got to remember, because he's not just in prison. He has to be transported. He has to be in jail. He has to be in holding. He has to be in housing. He has to be in classification. And for anybody don't know what classification is where they get you in there and go, okay, well, you're a child killer. We need to put you around other people that hurt children. That way we can protect you. Because if we put you around gangbangers, you dead. We put you around anybody that's bad, they're going to get you, right? And there's people right now that still to this day that walk in a cell and unalive their cellmates because they're child predators, right? There's a dude that's actually really famous on the internet right now that's been released from prison that all he did was hurt child predators and videotape it while he did it. And randomly, and he strangled his cellie.
Dang.
He found out his cellie had messed with and strangled him. And people look at this dude like, some people look at him like he's a hero. Like that's what should happen. Right? So it's a scary situation when you're incarcerated for messing with kids. I was in the city jail for a bar fight that I got into. And when I was in the jail, there was a person in the jail, I still remember his name to this day, that has hurt a 4-year-old little girl. So the whole jail green lighted him, which means get them if you see them, right? And if you don't, then you in trouble because you let him not get punished, right? So they green light this dude in the jail, and what they do is they write. This is like the newspaper in jail. Everybody gets trays, right? So on the trays, it'll say, so and so is in here for assaulting a 4-year-old child. It's like a newspaper. You'll see people writing notes on the trays, and then they send them back, and they get passed around the jail. So you may not get the note for a week later, but eventually that tray comes to you, believe it or not. And all the trays in the jail, it had the same thing on almost all the trays. And somebody had wrote it on like every tray in the jail. Hey, this dude is in this cell. This is what he's here for.
Dang.
Green light on the trays in the jail. And me, I was in there for some petty stuff. And this is in the, because they house you in jail according to your crime. So if you're in there for a misdemeanor, you're not in there with killers, right? You got to be in there with, if you got felony charges, then they lock you up with murderers. They don't distinguish. Felony is felony. So in the jail, city jail here, if you have a felony, you're in there with every other felon. It don't matter if it's murder, rape, robbery, armed robbery, like kidnapping.
They're not classified in different areas.
You classify that's threat. Felon, misdemeanor. So like you got a DUI, shoplifting, driving on suspended license. They house those people together. They don't house you with the felons. Felons are housed by themselves. And then if you're a threat to the guards, they red band you and they send you to what they call the 87, because the jail was built in the 87. And when you go down to the 87, it's ran like a prison. So you're isolated. You're in cells with other.
Complicated.
It's to keep people from killing each other. Right. Inside the jail. And they do this. And, but everybody in the jail, they know what you're there for, because here's what they do. They find out your name, right? If they don't check you when you get there, like, let me see your paperwork. And a lot of people will do that. If you bunking with me or in a cell, people want to see your paperwork to make sure you're not a child predator, but they don't want you in there with them, because then they're going to end up having to hurt you and then get themselves in more trouble. So they check your papers. And if you won't give up your papers, some people won't. They'll be like, man, he's showing you shit, right? Get out my face. Then what they do is they wait for them to call your name. They get your name. They walk out to the payphone. They call their wives. Hey, look this dude up. See what he's in here for. Boom. They know what you're in. And if they don't tell you, the guards will tell you.
Damn.
So everybody knows what you're in there for, right? They know if you're violent. They know if you're in there for murder. They know if you're in there for hurting kids. And that's just in the city jail.
Right.
You can imagine how it goes down in the prisons. So I just want to put that out there.
About getting stuck in the mud.
I don't know. Talking about Sarah being freaked out that they were stuck in the mud down in Texas when they took their trip in October of 2021.
It could have had something to do with a guilty conscience. I have no idea. There was no reason to be freaked out. We were literally just stuck. I don't know. She's never not been stuck before in her life. And, it was just a stuck situation. I don't know why she would be so freaked out. It doesn't make any sense.
Did you tell your mom that Michael is dead?
No, I never said Michael was dead. My mom had asked if he was still alive or what happened. I said, I don't know. I don't have an answer. I can't answer something or confirm something if I don't have an answer.
What would Brandon have to lie about?
This is how much he's going to snitch.
Probably everything. I think that he's trying to perhaps make a cover up for his fuck up. And I think he's
but wouldn't you know, you were with Brandon.
Right. They were all in this car.
They're all in the car together. So how can Brandon do an F up and then you not have nothing to do with it? Y'all were all together, right? He knows this. He knows this. And this, the crazy thing is what you say can when it'll be used against your court. A lot of going to play all this shit. And if you was a jury member, just not right now, there's 900 in the chat. If you would convict him on just his statements alone, right? What we've heard so far, press 1 in the chat. If not, you need more, press 2. Be honest. If you would convict him on just what you've heard so far, press 1. If you wouldn't,
Oh, and you forgot the biggest piece to the puzzle of evidence is he was in the CCTV camera.
Brandon was.
No, he was. His car was at the splash pad.
At the splash pad, yeah. I mean, but look how many people saying they would convict him on just his words alone right now.
Yeah.
Okay, just his words and his inconsistencies. I've seen one too. So there was one person so far that said, "Hey, I need a little bit more before I can convict this man." Brit's Butterfly says, "I need a little bit more." She needs more. Okay, and there's more. There is some evidence. We just don't know what that evidence is yet. We also have him there admitting to see Michael. There's stuff that they took from the house, and we don't know what they took from the house. So we it's hard to speak on that. But just on his inconsistencies alone and his lies and how all their statements are different, I would convict this man.
Mm-hmm.
If I was on a jury, I would convict him. I'd be like, look, he's a liar.
Mm-hmm.
He was there. Nobody else was there. These people were there. They left. They were panicking when they got back and seen the police. They have something to do with it.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean they did it? It's enough to make me think more than likely they did. Okay. Now, is it without a doubt? Now, it's not quite without a doubt, but I would still convict you. I would convict you. I swear, if I was on your jury.
Doubt and reasonable doubt are two different
Yes.
things.
Yes, exactly. There's a little, reasonable doubt. It's reasonable to believe that you saw this child. You knew who this child was from your own statements. You knew he was at the neighbor's house. You were right there by him. You said he was buried in the backyard. Let's don't forget that. Let's don't forget that he said Michael Monkey Vaughn was dead. He was buried in the backyard. Let's don't forget.
He thought he was going to get a plea deal.
Yes. And let's don't forget Sarah confessed too.
Yeah.
2 people, not even together, both confessed to this crime. I would convict them. I would convict them without a doubt.
He's just being deceitful about everything. I think he's I think he knows that he's probably maybe guilty.
Guilty of what?
Guilty of what? Right?
That's the little clips that I gathered. So that part's over.
Okay. Let
You
me
can
jump back to
play,
this.
yeah.
Now, do we want to get to the longer stuff?
The longer stuff is the news pieces on the case from the last couple days, and then I think there was an interview or two that I wanted to go over, but I don't know. I mean, we can take calls and
You
move
want to
along
take
with it.
You want to take calls now?
I thought that's what you said, that you wanted to take a couple calls on that, or you wanted to do the Sarah conversation.
Well, the Sarah conversation is 20 minutes. So do you want to take calls now? Then we go over the Sarah interview.
Okay.
Okay. So what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and open the phone lines for you guys. And you let us know, do you think there is enough just on what he's done to convict this man? Are these people guilty, or are we wrong and Stacey Wondra is an innocent man? Okay. Give me a second. I will bring up the phone lines for you guys. I got to delete some of this. Boom. There it is. There's the phone line right here below me, 757-797-6694. Give me your thoughts on this whole Michael Monkey Vaughn situation. Do they got the right person? Did he say enough to convince you to arrest him for murder? Dolly, PJ.
Hey, Rhonda from Tennessee.
Hey, Rhonda.
He is guilty. They will convict him of being guilty. All of them's going to be found guilty, in my opinion.
Yes. And what is one of the things that stood out to you that he said? Is there anything that really, really stood out to you that was like, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, the backyard thing where he said that little boy's in the backyard, and then when they go dig it up, they said he was there, but he was moved.
Yeah, because cadaver dogs hit on the location there, but then when
next to that tree in the backyard where he said he was at.
Yes.
Well, did you remember that Sarah was incarcerated because she got in a fight with a different kid, Tyler, I think his name was, and Tyler wanted to move the grill to cook something for their anniversary or something, and she didn't want him moving the grill, and that was that area of the mound where the dog had been digging, and she didn't want him to move the grill, and it was so severe that she had to pull her weapon out to hit him with it or throw a dog bone at him or something.
And what woman is that gangster? What woman's out here pistol whipping dudes and stuff? It to me it seems kind of crazy. If you're going to get that mad over something so silly,
there's got to be something to it.
There's something to it. And truly I believe this. When Stacey went to jail, they thought he was going to talk.
They knew he was going to talk. He did talk.
That's why they moved Michael, is because they knew he was going to talk.
Right. And you last night, Dolly, you hit on something about him and Stacey will get their story together to try to blame the guy that was walking. What's his name? It's in Colorado, Nebraska, wherever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's going against somebody.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, sometimes that may work in your favor, but then again, everybody gets prosecuted the same. You know, when they don't know who did it, we prosecute all of you.
Right. One more thing. Earlier, you and PJ were talking, and did you read the thing about the Ian Watkins guy that was the lead singer for a rock band in England? And he was in prison, and 2 prisoners got to him and slit his throat like 2 weeks ago.
No, I didn't see that, but I can believe
it. Yeah,
it.
he was charged with essaying a child.
Uh-huh.
And that prisoners took care of him because they said they had life in prison anyway, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter to him. What are you going to do to him? You're going to give him another life? You only got one life.
Right.
Right. So,
right.
Especially if they don't carry the death penalty, states that don't carry the death penalty. And
Idaho does, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So if you do something like that, but there's people in there waiting to get the death penalty. So you got to worry about those people too.
Right.
You are going to kill. How many times can you kill me? You can only unalive me once. Right. So,
right. Right. But you all have a good night. That's my opinion.
All right. You be good. Peace.
All right. Peace.
Yeah. I think, him telling was very telling, right? The confession. And then her confession. And they're pointing the fingers at each other. But both of them were together with Brandon. Now,
Sarah said that Stacey did it. Brandon said that they all did it, not him. He has no knowledge. And then Stacey said that Sarah did it. Now he's saying Brandon did it. Like they're all going to point each other out.
Dolly, PJ.
Not Dolly or PJ.
Not Dolly or PJ. Jake from State Farm and Flo from Progressive. How about that? PJ.
Hey, sorry, I hung up.
Hello. Hey, who's this? Where you calling
from? Who do you think it is?
The Spirit Whisperer.
Yay. Yeah, it's Julia from Missouri.
Okay, what's going on?
And I sent you the receipts on how I feel about Stacey. Remember? I don't know if you read it. Where I put on the post, it was not even a year after he went missing. But it's the neighbor, and then I described Stacey to the T. Like, I could smell the tobacco. I said cigarettes. It wasn't chew, but
Are you going full psychic on us here right now, or you're like?
No, I mean with Michael. Yeah, 100%. Like it was weird because I could even. It's it was weird because I never smelled something in the vision. You know what I mean? And I could smell that motherfucker. Oops, my bad. The word, but yeah, I know 100% it was Stacey. They say, well. I also believe there was, all of them had a part in it, you know what I'm saying? And they're sickos. And yes, it was for some sick ass shit. No joke. That's why they were having threesomes and stuff. It wasn't to knock Sarah up. It was because he wanted to mess with Brandon himself, or at least wanted to see him.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That's what the whole thing was going on.
I believe it was sexual in nature to myself.
Oh, I know it was 100%. I mean, I hate to say that, and I hate that for Michael, and for his family to know.
Yeah, I mean, that's even more reason to punish him because look what.
And for him to say, it wasn't a gun used. There was no gun used. Come on.
Well,
I mean, he would know how it happened, you know.
Well, we won't know
It
unless
happened by his hands.
we won't know unless we recover Monkey. You know, now
Well, I can
I'm
tell you
still
this too.
praying that they do.
Well, I can tell you this too. I don't know exactly what it is, but I know it's where he fished. And Summer, I believe, is where
we didn't
where
catch
they
the last.
fish.
Where they fish. Okay, all right.
Mhm.
We don't want to get too off topic.
I'm so
Well, it's not too off topic. I'm telling you where the body is. Like, and I have found bodies. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, but what did you say before you started talking about Summer? Where is the
She
body?
said where
then?
they fish.
That's where Summer is?
That's where Michael is.
well, no, it's not where Summer. Okay, the two different fishing spots. You know, it's one in Idaho.
Hold
and one
on.
in-
Slow down. We need a translator.
I'm sorry.
Slow down. Just
Sorry.
Take a breath. Take a breath.
Because I feel like
Okay.
she said where Michael was, and then we just went into and I'm like,
Yes,
my bad.
She's going fast.
Sorry,
She's going
PJ.
fast.
That's
Okay,
okay.
slow it down. Slow it
I
down.
always do that because, and I watched it like on double speed too. But
I do too.
what I said is they are both where their monsters fish.
Where their monsters fish.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, look. Hey, we appreciate you calling in. We'll see.
Hey, you
Hopefully,
know what they said about you? Hey, Timmy, you know what they said about you?
Who?
They said you sound like an owl.
Who?
Right.
All right.
I'm
Peace.
so lost.
You didn't get her joke.
I usually.
You know what
like
they
to
said
do
about
that
you?
on
And I
who?
said who? They said you sound like an owl. Who?
Okay.
She always says a joke at the end, right? She always tells a joke.
okay.
She goes a million miles an hour. Like she's like, I got 30 seconds on this phone call. I want to read you a book. That's how fast she talks. And then
No, I mean I watched. stuff
she's the
on
one
2
that
times
says
speed.
she's like she talks to the dead. That's why I called her the spirit whisperer.
I don't have parasocial relationships. I don't know none of this, so I don't.
No, she
this is
calls in
weird.
all the time.
I know. That's why I said I don't have parasocial relationships. I don't know none of this.
Okay.
That's weird.
I mean, it's no
wasn't
weirder
following.
than Donna Rever Serafina.
I guess not.
You know, it's no different than like what is
I
that
just
girl
thought
Maya or
I thought she was actually saying a place where, like, somewhere we could go look or something. I mean, that doesn't tell me anything. Where the monsters fish. I don't.
Dolly.
Like, I don't like riddles.
It's me, Alex, buddy. How you doing?
Hey,
Alex.
Yeah, hello, PJ. How you doing too, buddy?
Good.
It's sad what happened to that little kid, though.
Yes.
It's very
It's
sad.
horrible.
Yes.
Yeah. And my mom's upset about that case, too.
Yeah. I think any parent would be, you know, because
Yeah.
this is a scary thing. This is why we have to watch our kids when they go
Yeah.
outside because of people like this doing horrible
There's
things.
a lot of criminals in the world, and the world's gotten worse with crime and the criminals.
Absolutely. That's why we need more good people in this world is to fight the bad.
A lot more Christian people we need.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That is a true statement. I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
You know, I would say as long as we have good people, even if you're not Christian and you're a good-hearted person, I think we need good-hearted people.
I'm just saying I'm a Christian because I've been a Christian for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And plus 3 years because of 2026.
Okay.
I think we would have better people if people that did crimes got punished appropriately.
Yeah. Stop letting bad people out of jail.
Or better yet, start giving these serious criminals who commit these very bad crimes like what this criminal did, and I mean what these 4 criminals did, because they committed a very bad crime, so they should get the death penalty.
Oh, they will. It's coming, Alex. And
like criminals who commit these very bad crimes, they should get the death penalty.
yeah, there shouldn't be, like PJ said, there shouldn't be no plea deals when you do hurt kids.
The whole point is the reason why I think they should get a death penalty, because a lot of these criminals who commit these very bad crimes, I feel like the judges don't always want to give the criminals the death penalty because they just want to send the criminals to prison for life.
Mm-hmm.
But I think judges should take it more harder on the criminals, and I think the judges should be more serious, and the judges should give these criminals a death penalty whenever these criminals commit these crimes.
I 100% agree with you, Alex. That's a
Because I
small.
don't judges should be taking it easy
You're
on the by giving them prison for life.
you're a lot smarter than some of these judges are. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and my mom would like to talk to you also probably about this case too. So I'm gonna hand her the phone.
Okay.
Have you got a chance to take a look at my Amazon Christmas wish list?
No, not yet, but I will.
Okay, thank you, buddy.
All right, Alex.
I'll hand the phone to my mom.
He was gonna
I
plug
want to
that.
talk about it too.
He
And
made.
yeah,
I'm
words
actually
to say
noticing
all-
my sweatshirt.
Okay.
How y'all doing tonight?
Hey,
Hey.
how's it going, Mama Alex?
Yeah, well, we got one down. Now these other 3 monsters to go.
Yeah. Do you think they're gonna arrest what's Adrian?
Yeah.
They all kept saying he wasn't there though.
So why is he connected, or how would he be connected?
I mean, because he was there that day, that morning, but they all kept saying he
Well,
left before any of this transpired.
Listen, the stuff about Adrian, they were doing stuff to make money in bad ways, like having to do with pretending to be.
You think they were going to try to traffic
prostitutes.
that kid?
I don't know what
Things
they were
went
gonna do,
wrong, and
but
that's how Adrian died.
he
Or Adrian might have been the one that got him.
something.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like they killed him, buried him in the yard. You know, so I hate to say that, but that's the way that's what they're confessing to, that he was buried and dead.
Yeah.
So why would they say he's dead if they sold him?
I mean, I don't know that was the original plan.
Yeah.
Because
The original
everybody wants
plan
to
might
know-
have been to sell him, and then it got
Right.
too hot, and it was like, nah. And then
because when you pick up the kid, he's not willingly going to go with you. So they didn't anticipate him probably putting up a fight. God
Fight.
knows what. I don't even want
Yeah.
to think about what might have occurred.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to say. But yeah, their time is coming, I'm sure.
I mean, that's the guy that went by Adrian Lucifer or something and claims to be Satan. So, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little
wouldn't put nothing
weird.
past him.
You got
Well, I hope that they don't end up taking a deal where there's no trial, no nothing. I think that Brandy deserves to know as much as she wants to know.
Yeah.
I will say that. She may not want to know. but
and they
she knows
discuss
already.
they'll discuss that with Brandy before they offer any deals. You
Yeah.
know, and if I was Brandy, I would say, hey, look, if they want to live, spend the rest of their life in prison, they need to tell me where Michael's at.
Brandy actually tried to allow Brandon to have the deal to where he wouldn't spend time or go for death penalty or something. She gave him the option to tell where Michael was. And that's all she wanted.
It's
and
to
she was
bury
going
this
to do her
child, yeah.
best to try to make him as comfortable as she could.
And they better, if I was them, I'd be listening to
would've
Brandy
taken that,
right now
right.
because she's showing a lot of mercy when she don't have to.
I think it's a little late. I think law enforcement done stepped it up, and I think they got what they've been needing, and I think they should have talked back 6 months ago or so.
Yes. All right. Well, look, Alice's mom. We
All right.
appreciate y'all guys calling. You be
All right.
good.
Peace.
All right.
Bye.
Peace. All right. Yeah. Is it too late? I mean, Brandy, right? That's up to Brandy. Dolly.
Yes. What do you think is worse, Stacey or Don Wells?
Stacey. Both of them are bad though. It's just Charlie
They're kind
from
of equal.
this Charlie.
The what?
Is this Charlie? You didn't tell us who you were.
No.
All right. Who are
This-
you?
I'm the guy that lives in East Tennessee.
Oh, East Tennessee. All right. What's up, East Tennessee? I think both of them are bad
Okay,
in different ways.
What? Why is that now in the essays?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're both bad, but I would think that Stacey Wondra's worse than Don Wells. If you
Okay.
ask me to weigh them out, I mean, that's a hard question, but I would say Stacey because he's a child killer. Now we don't know if Don Wells murdered Summer Wells. We don't know that.
We don't know if
we
Stacey
don't.
did it either. Could have been
But
Brandon.
Yeah, it could have been
Could have
Brandon.
been
You're right.
Sarah.
But
That's
I
right.
mean, he asked me. I'm just giving you my opinion. That's just my opinion. I guess that would vary depending on who you ask. Who's worse, him or Don Wells? I would definitely say Stacey's worse though.
Oh, well, next time you come to East Tennessee, I'd like to meet you. See you.
Say that one more time.
Next time you come to Tennessee.
I said, next time you come to East Tennessee, I would like to meet you. I'll see you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just look me up. I spend a lot of time in Tennessee, so I'll let you know when I'm down there next.
Okay, Dolly. Thank you.
All right, peace. That's a tough question. Who's worse? Don Wells. Nobody really thinks Don Wells killed Summer.
He could have, though.
He could have, but most people think a tragic accident happened or somebody kidnapped Summer. So I think that's a little bit different than what we're dealing with here. Now, Don Wells does have a bad history of like his sisters and some weirdo shit, stealing panties, breaking in houses and stealing panties. I mean, he's not a great guy either. But I think Stacey Wondra's a different type of monster. I think Stacey Wondra's a child predator. I think Don Wells is a drug addict drunk. There's a little bit of a difference.
I think they're just as bad.
They're bad. Both of them bad. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. Hey, PJ. How are y'all?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good.
It's Army Mom.
Hey, Army Mom.
Army Mom.
Did they ever check the backyard of Brandon's mom's house?
Yes. Yes, they took cadaver dogs out there. The cadaver dogs hit somewhere around the crawl space area, and then they said it was a septic leak or something. So
Dogs hit on the backyard by the gate.
Backyard by the gate. So yeah, they were hitting on something. Something was deceased out there.
Wow. What do you think they may have done with him, Dolly? What's your opinion?
I hate to say it. I'm scared he may be in that landfill.
Yeah, that's true.
Why would he remember he said specifically they stopped at
by the landfill? They drove that way back. Why would they go that way? And they said it was because they were towing the vehicle, and that's possible. But they said they pulled over right there near the landfill.
He specifically said landfill.
Oh boy.
And that kind of scary to me because I've these landfills that seem to be the true crime nightmare, and so maybe he's in that landfill. It's hard to say, but then why would he be confessing that the body's in the backyard? So I don't know. I don't know where Monkey is, but I know we got the people that are responsible.
Yeah. So do you think that they did bury him in Stacey's backyard at first and then moved him? If that was the deal, or
Stacey was given a plea deal offer, and he truly thought that he would get out and take the plea deal, and that's when he gave them the information that he was in the backyard.
Yeah. So Stacey's always been trying to do stuff for his own benefit. So but I think right now it's too late. I think even for Brandon right now, I honestly think it's too late.
I do too.
And they were given opportunities.
Brandon had so many chances.
Brandy gave these people grace, considering that they unalived her child, and they should have took it while they had their chance, and they didn't.
Yeah.
And
well, I'm glad they got the monsters, and now they got a couple of more to go to get them. And
and it won't be long. I guarantee you, within the month, we'll be saying he's arrested. They're in jail. They're not worried about Sarah right now because they got nothing but time to serve her because she ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
So, but she's going to get served too, definitely. There's no doubt. And Brandy told us a year ago that this paperwork was already filled out.
Has it been a year?
It's been at least a year.
Wow.
I remember that. It's been a while.
Yeah, she said she was in the prosecutor's office. It's when I made and read it all. And that's when I told Brandon, you need to come out and talk now.
I remember.
And I made that video directly talking to Brandon.
That was a year ago?
That was like a year ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I was like, it might have been over a year ago before I had my heart attack.
Yeah.
So, and that's been what? That's been 14 months. So it's been over a year and a half ago. So it's just the process is taking a while, but they done. I mean, that's just we just waiting on the grand finale at this point, right? Like the fat lady came out. Wait. The fat lady has come out and she is warming up her throat. Okay.
Yep. Sure is.
She's on the side warming up on the stage. So it's just a matter of time, and we'll get the closure that everybody needs. And I'm praying to God Brandy gets what she needs out of this.
Me too.
All right, Army Mom.
All right, y'all have a good night.
You
Bye,
too.
PJ.
Bye,
Peace.
PJ.
All right, peace. Yeah, it's, you know, like I said, the woman's already warming up her voice, right? She's getting ready to sing, and I don't think it's going to be a long performance. Okay, so I think they're going. So sad, poor baby Emmanuel. Speaking of Emmanuel, his father goes to court Monday for sentencing, so we're going to be covering that. They're hoping that he will talk and tell where this baby's at because it will help in sentencing his lawyers. So his lawyers pushing for him to tell, from what I've been hearing behind the scenes. So we may, if he talks, we may find Emmanuel Haro this week. If that's a big if he talks.
I think these people are all a bunch of loser liars.
And Rebecca, she delayed her court, continued it to January.
Yeah.
So she's in no rush to talk. And Jake has already pled guilty, about to be sentenced. I wonder why she's waiting. I mean, I know this is a case of a woman that chose a man over her own child, which I don't think she killed her child, but I think she chose a man over her child. And she didn't do anything to stop this.
She didn't.
Right? So do we charge her with murder, or do we charge her with accessory to murder? Either way, they're not going to face the death penalty. Dolly, PJ.
Dolly, how's it going?
How's it going?
Oh, not bad. Just listening to you guys talk about the Emmanuel case. I swear I've been thinking about it since I tuned into your live stream here. Just been wondering what's been going on with him, and you know, the court date with him. I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah,
but I think she's just doing whatever she can do, waiting to see what happens to him.
And maybe that's true. But he's gone. He's going to do life without the possibility of parole.
Well, she's going to see how severe they do him, and that's going to depend on if she talks or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
I think that's just my opinion.
Wouldn't you already be talking though? I mean,
she seemed like she was really loyal to him for some reason, man. Like she's so afraid of him. She's afraid of him or someone who could get to her.
Maybe, you know, like I know she's a battered woman. I think we all know she's a battered woman, but that's still no excuse. There's still no excuse at this point because she's not battered at
place in hell for her.
She's not battered
She's
right
still
now.
alive.
She's still alive, and he can't get to her, but yet she's still basically defending this man. We got to punish her. We got to punish her. You know, I mean,
I really wish that they'd roll back out with like real capital punishment without like all the litigation and waiting.
Well, California don't want to put you in jail for nothing. They don't want to keep you.
Nobody does anymore, to be honest. It's sickening.
And you know, he shouldn't have been on the street to even hurt Emmanuel. Matter of fact, Emmanuel shouldn't even been born.
You know, it's so sad to say. You know, it is. It's terrible.
And let's be honest. Would it have been better if he had not been born?
Absolutely.
Instead of tortured and murdered, right? I would rather say, hey, I'd rather not see the kid in the world if he just come into the world to be beat on.
And you're right, because if Jake were in jail, you know, poor Emmanuel would have never been brought here to have to go through that.
Yeah. Or he would have been birthed to him a different father, and she had a kid with a different man, and then maybe things would have been different. But at this point, like I said, I felt bad for her because you can tell she's abused. But at the same time, there's a point where you better talk, or we're going to have to treat you just like we treat him. And I think we got to the point to where we gave you every opportunity to be a good human being, and you haven't chose that opportunity yet. Now
I mean, she's sitting there and letting people pray over her, man. That's disgusting. Yeah. I mean, she sat right there and let those people pray over her, say the words of God over her after she had done something so nasty.
Yeah.
I just don't understand.
And not only that, but pinning on a race of people. You know what I'm saying? With the Ola shit. And trying to make people that are already having a hard time in this country even have a worse time. Now you're making out innocent people to be like they're killers. You know, that is, or kidnappers. I think that was horrible too. She not only did she say it, but then she used the race card in it too. You know what I'm saying?
That is messed up. I don't really know what to say about that. I mean, I'm not connected to, you know, in any way, but I do feel that it is messed up that you would do that anyway. I mean, I'm white.
Yeah.
You know, if I was trying to set somebody up, I certainly wouldn't set up a white person. It'd be too obvious. I think.
anybody. I wouldn't like. I would just, if you're gonna make something up, then just make something up. But don't pick a certain race of people to make it up on. You know what I'm saying? Especially people that already have it bad. You just making it worse. So
you're definitely right about
and
that.
she didn't have to play the race card. She could have just said, "I didn't see who hit me. I was getting the baby. Somebody hit me." When she threw the whole Ola shit in there, Ola, and like hello, and hit you, that's when she played that race card, and that should have never been played.
Well, I've got Spanish friends, and they all said that ain't nobody going to do that to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, we all knew she was lying anyway. I think everybody.
Oh, dude, I knew. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But it's funny because that's how I discovered you guys. When you were covering that case, that I just happened to find you, and I've been listening to you ever since, man.
Yeah. So we follow it to the end. So Jake goes to court Monday. She'll be in court January, and it's almost a wrap. I'm just hoping that he gives up this baby tomorrow. And if that's the case, then we'll get some good news this week that Emmanuel Horowitz